Hey guys, Bassmaster Elite Series Pro Randall Tharp. Just made the long drive back home yesterday on Sunday, back here to my home in St. Joe Beach. But pretty disappointed with 25th. I really wanted to fish 4 days at Okeechobee. That place has always been very special to me. It's still one of my favorite places to fish. But ended up 25th this week. I caught a ton of bass there. For me, I just never had a really big bite. I caught a lot of 4 to 6 pound fish, but those aren't really big ones for Okeechobee, and that's why I drove home yesterday instead of fish. So but these 6 rods are the ones I use. I'll go through each one of them for you guys. These are pretty much Florida staples. Anytime you come to any lake in Florida, I'll have usually these 6 rods out, and I caught a lot of fish on each one. But this is the 7.6 Invoker Series heavy action arc rod, same one I used at Cherokee. 3/8 ounce 4x4 swim jig, Randall Tharp swim jig, same swim jig I used to win the cup. Green pumpkin Zoom super speed crawl trailer. Next for the big jig rod, this is a 4x4 Bobby Lane signature series. It's 3/4 ounce with a Zoom big salty black with blue flake. I fished this actually a lot this week. Didn't have a whole lot of bites on it, but normally if I get a bite with this big jig, it's a better than average fish. 7.5 to 1 Team Lew's Custom Pro 65 pound Lew's braided line. This caught a lot of fish this week when it was cloudy early in the morning. This is the B-height jackhammer, as you can see. I throw it on a 7.4 composite arc rod, cranking rod, and I actually used 17 pound loose fluorocarbon for that. Wished it would have stayed cloudy and windy. I'd have probably caught a few more big ones on this. I don't know how many hundreds of bass I caught on this thing this winter in South Florida. Caught several in the tournament. This is a Rapala X-Rap prop. This is my favorite color. I don't know if you guys can see, I've literally caught hundreds and hundreds of bass on this particular bait. It is chewed up from one end to the other. It's the best prop bait I've ever thrown anywhere. So if you've never picked one up, it's an awesome bait. I threw this on a 7-foot medium heavy sniper arc rod, same reel, 17 pound Lew's mono. Magnum speed worm. Anybody that's ever watched me fish down there, I'll throw this thing a lot. Caught a ton of fish on it. Caught a lot of 3-pounders this week. 5/0 VMC hook, 3/16 ounce Rains tungsten sinker. That was thrown on the 7.6 heavy as well. This was my what I fished with most. 7-11 extra heavy arc Invoker, 65 pound Lew's braid, 7.5 to 1 Lew's Custom Pro reel, 1.5 ounce tungsten sinker. I don't know if you can get a close-up of that. I specially painted it, but you can see they ate a lot of the paint off. 4/0 heavy duty VMC flipping hook, and a Zoom Z-Hog black with blue flake. Most of the fish I weighed in over the 3 days that I fished were on my bread and butter right there. Was one thing I love to do in Florida. Just wish I would have got to do it another day. So those were my setups and baits. Cutting all this stuff off. A few of these probably stay on for the Classic, but the Bassmaster Classic coming up next in about 3 weeks.